Hey guys, welcome back to NIKKE. In today's video, I wanted to take a look at all the events we got going on in the game for the Valentine's Day event, give you guys an account update and where I'm up to, and also go through all the things in the previous month or so that's been added to the game, especially one that I am really enjoying for quality of life and stuff like that. So let's get into it. So before we get into it, I do have to thank NIKKE for sponsoring this video, but the first thing I want to look at is the new characters that came into the game with the Valentine's update. Two very unique type designs. I absolutely love Coco out of the two. She is my favorite because she does have the umbrella gun, which is always a win in my opinion. Makes me think very like spy style, and she loves getting her sauce or ketchup out depending on where you are in the world. But basically these are both going to be burst 1 support type units. She has basically, a unique style of healing based on covers HP, which is a very interesting one to look at. And then as you can see, we got the professional tomato sauce. So there you go. I love the name. I love the stacking buff. But we can also, once we get high stacks, we can get an attack drop on the enemies and sustain damage down. So just general mitigation type style of play with a bit of supportive healing as well in this kit. Then the next character that we have that's new to the game is going to be Soda. Now she was the one that just dropped about a day ago. And she's got her design, which is, quite large. So let's take a look at this one. And basically, she's got another supportive kit. She is one of those units that is going to benefit one element more, being that she does have a stack count of buffs for the fire element, which can be quite helpful depending on what units you do have. Me, for instance, pulling Modernia, we got stacks for that as well. But, she's going to buff fire units more. But once again, she's going to be one of those more supportive type burst 1 units. Once again, with both of them having a 20-second cooldown on their burst abilities, which is going to make them, you can just use them as your only burst 1. You're not forced into bringing a second one because they don't have the 40-second cooldown and stuff like that. So I always like seeing a 20-second cooldown on that one. But just quickly, let's go into the firing animations and just take a look. So this one is going to be... honestly, weapon design's wicked. It's the vacuum. I think that was pretty solid. And then, like I said, this one's my favorite. I just think this is too cool. If we go over here to the shooting animation, and it's like a sniper rifle. When you bring it out, it brings out, and it's got like a heads up display on the umbrella by the looks of it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a really wicked design, but that is going to be her. Next on the list of new additions, we have Signal and Privity getting new costumes. So Privity first here is getting her first costume. Get your coat and bag out. There you go. And then the next one we have is going to be the Signal, who is, I believe, the next character in line. Look at that. Had it all organized. And that is going to be Signal's one. Honestly, I kind of like this, like the sales type thing. It's a pretty solid design. But those are the 2 new skins that we do have in the game. And that Signal Pass is going to be available from the Mission Pass for this month. Now, the next thing I want to look at is something that's really cool that they added, which is a very basic mission. You unlock the mission through progression. And that is that we do have the spare body, a free spare body that you can get. Now, definitely the recommendation with this one is hold out on it until you've got maybe 3 or 4 units at 3-star, and you're ready to get your last 1 or 2 units to 3-star, and that's when I would use it. That's why I'm holding out on it, to get my extra 3-star units in the game, and that's exactly what I'm saving this for. But you can get it, you can stockpile it. If you don't care much about that type of min-maxing type stuff, you can just go ahead and take whatever you want. Just keep in mind, if you don't have the character, this won't be it doesn't give you a copy of the character. It's just to get a spare body so you can upgrade them and give them additional stars or cores depending on where you're at with your characters. Now, the next thing that I'm going to jump over into is going to be the new event. Once again, like the game always does, really solid events. Just, pretty cruisy, story-based events where you get stamina every day. From doing stages, and it's just amazing resources from the events as always. If we jump into this one and load it up, we'll see that we do get the normal and hard mode. Once the hard mode unlocks, you get repeatable stages. Once you complete it all, you just jump into the repeatable stage that has the reset source you want. If you want some core dust, you jump here, or if you want some data sets, you can come over here and you can farm, like I said, 4 hours of resources times 5 free runs per day, 20 hours worth of resources resources, whatever you want to farm, is pretty solid. Then we also have the shop, and once again, since the first event, you can clear out the entire shop in this event, and then you've got your excess ones that are just overflow options with the core dust and the credit. Yes, there's a 50 purchase. I could probably get there, maybe. No, I think I'll fall a bit short of all the core dusts, but all the key things here you can just buy out, being the summons and all of that sort of stuff. We got some skill up materials, some general resource materials, and then we got some upgrades for your different classes and factions, and you can pick all of those up just from playing the event through normally. Now, I did also purchase all the extra event entries because I think the resources are just too good to pass up on, but it is completely up to you if you want to go ahead and do those. Now, next up, before we get into like the account summary on where my account is at, I wanted to show you guys just this one thing that it was the greatest change when it came into the game, and that was the change to the simulation room. Now, if you remember the way the simulation room used to work, you used to have to choose your difficulty. For instance, if you wanted to do difficulty 4, you'd have to work your way through A, clear A, then work your way through B, clear B, and then work your way through C and clear C. Now it's literally just you choose what you can do. So for me at the moment, I can push through 5A, but I'm pretty happy just clearing 4C. So I just go directly to 4C, and all I have to clear is 4C, and I get all the rewards. So when you look at in terms of how many battles you have to do, if you optimize your pathway, I can normally do this in anywhere from 2 to 4 battles, be completely done with simulation room, get all those extra resources, and just be done with it. So it's the best update to the simulation room that you can actually just get all those resources. It takes about 5, maybe 10 on a slow run day to complete the simulation room, which to me is absolutely fantastic and just makes it a lot more user friendly, and it's just a great quality of life change that they did add into the game. So let's take a look at my account, see where we are at. So if you look at my squad at the moment, this is the main squad that I'm using. I am really liking it. I got really lucky in recent pulls. When I did my Modernia pulls, I got 2 copies of her, and I also got a Lita. I then got another Lita from a mold, which was fantastic. So now I've got her at 1 star. I got Senti from one of my friendship pulls, which was really nice because Lita Senti work really well. And as you can see, in this team, I don't actually have a healer with me. But because we get the mitigation from the Senti and we do repair the cover, I can normally burst through a bunch of stages with my 3 DPS here, which I am quite enjoying. Now, I normally use Modernia first to extend that first full birth phase, and also she's just good at clearing waves. She's just good all around. I'm absolutely loving Modernia, but that is my team. We're sitting at the 160s, working on getting our 3-star units. And if we go to my NIKKEs, this is where I'm at. My account has kind of gone really wide and narrow, and Sorry, wide and not long. So wide and short being that I keep getting every new hero, every new NIKKE that I can get, but just not getting the dupes of the specific ones to add onto those stars. So that's where I'm at. Like I said, still just running with the Modernia, Scarlet, and Haran. Pilgrim love, it's where it's at. And then obviously running the Lita. Sometimes I'll sub in Pepper if I do need some healing. Sometimes I will resort back to using Polly and Noah in a team, depending if I need that invincibility to help me, because Noah is on a 40-second cooldown on her ability. I do bring the Polly, who's also on a 40-second cooldown, and it gives me a balanced approach, being that Polly I can use for the attack buff when I need it, and then I can use Noah for the invincibility when I need it. Besides that, that is pretty much where we are. Also, in my Modernia summons, I did manage to get that Isabel. So let's jump over. I'll show you where we're at in campaign. I feel like I will be able to work my way through this chapter, maybe get to the boss, and then I'll just need to, upgrade some of my skills and stuff like that to keep progressing the account past that point. But this is where we are. We are in chapter 16. This boss, I just need to do a few manual takes at it. It's just one of those ones where he targets random units, and he's just like capping my units off, and they're getting one shot, and I've just got to play around with manually using cover. So that's my power at 60 there, against 68, which is definitely manageable. I just, my strategy is not quite sound, I guess we'll call it. So, okay, here we go. Loading up. So I'll leave it on auto. We'll see if we can take some of these guys off of manual. Do I have my keybind still set up? Let's go. I've been playing mainly on my phone recently, so yep, I did put him into cover with that one. Get that Modernia out there. I love watching Modernia. It's actually wicked. Like it just melts absolutely everything. Okay, so As you can see, Haran just getting absolutely one shot over there. So I don't know where the one shots are coming from, but as you can see, this is the stage that I'm stuck at the moment. Maybe I'll just beef up my skills and stuff like that a little bit and my gear, and then we'll upgrade. But unfortunately, a few of those little one shots are just absolutely capping me and getting me absolutely wrecked on this stage. But that's where we're at. I'm hoping if I get through this one, hopefully there's no more annoying stages up until the boss, because I do like manually pushing those bosses at a bit of a deficit to see how I can go. So that pretty much sums up where the account is at. Like I said, we've got the new Valentine's Day event. We've got the two new characters. We've got the mission pass. We've got the extra skins. And we've got those extra quality of life changes that I really do like. But we're going to cap it off with 110 pull. Like I said, I'm going to save my gems because, you know, I want to save my gems. But I'm going to go here over for Coco because she is the one. Hopefully I can get her. It's showing, it's actually, I think it's a bit bugged on the emulator. It's showing Soda here, but this one is for Coco, as you can see with the text. So let's go ahead and do a 10 pull and see if we can finish it off with one of the new characters. Let's see. Can we? Can we? Yellow? Go yellow. The fake out? No fake out. Rip. But I don't want to go ham on this one. I'm waiting until I get a bit more stockpiled, kind of like what I did with Modernia. I stockpiled a bunch of gems and then went all in on one banner. That's probably what I'm going to do here as well. But that is going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.